Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
The following is a talk given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 30th, 2014 in New Delhi, India. The talk was given about Srila Prabhupada's Katha.
Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vacharine Nidhisesa Swadyavadi Paschatya Satarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Olak Rodhivatana, Mangulangai Tegayan, Yatri Bhataman Bande, Srigonitana, Mahamananda Madhava, Sri Chaitanya Israel. Questions?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. I want to ask, you had a lot of present association of Srila Prabhupada. So there are some videos of Srila Prabhupada dealing with the devotees, and it seems that Prabhupada was he maintained usually pretty formal mood. So I wanted to ask your experience.
Guru Maharaj, Prabhu said that you had a lot of personal association with Srila Prabhupada, and he's seen some videos in which Prabhupada was interacting with the devotees, and he seemed to keep a very formal relationship. So he wanted you to comment on that.
He was usually very formal.
He was usually very formal.
But there was a range.
But there was a range.
That sometimes he would, like I told before,
Like sometimes, like I told before,
he told us how Vedic humor was.
he told us how
Vedic humor was also connected to the Vedas.
he told us how Vedic humor is also connected to the Vedas.
His humor was connected to the Vedas.
His humor was connected to the Vedas.
And he gives some humorous stories
And he gave some humorous stories,
and laughed at them.
and we laughed at them.
So sometimes
So sometimes
he would have a little humor,
he would have a little humor,
but it was all Krishna conscious.
but it was all Krishna conscious.
And sometimes he was very serious,
Sometimes he would be very serious,
sometimes medium,
sometimes medium,
and sometimes humorous.
and sometimes humorous.
But everything was within Krishna consciousness.
But everything was within Krishna consciousness.
Would you like any more specific things?
Would you like any more specific things? Can you elaborate some non-formal experience?
And saying mostly, Prabhupada was a preacher,
You see, mostly what Prabhupada did was preaching.
and he was worried about delivering these souls.
And he was worried about delivering the souls.
And sometimes, like it says, a Vaishnava is paradukha dukhi.
Sometimes, like it said, a Vaishnav is a paradukha dukhi.
So, the things which stick out are more like
So the things which stick out are more like
when he was seeing how hungry the children of the neighborhood Mayapur were.
like when he was seeing how hungry the children in the neighborhood in Mayapur were.
And he started crying that we should see no one who was hungry.
And he started crying, seeing them, saying no one should go hungry.
So those things were like more prominent. Those things were more prominent.
So those things were more prominent.
I'd have to. I'll take some other questions. I'll think if there's some humorous things.
I'll take some other questions, but I'll think if there are some humorous things.
The word of the day, what is slipped in?
There were, but it's slipping.
No, like within the day, it's like you have a changed paragraph. In between them, might be something slightly humorous. And then
So it's like when you're typing, in between there might be, in between the paragraphs, something funny, but then you go.
no. Like in a letter, it's got no paragraph.
In a letter, you put a new paragraph.
That space,
That space
something humorous.
is something humorous.
Then have the Go and catch it.
Huh?
Couldn't catch it.
You catch it.
Like when I was in Mayapur,
Like when I was in Mayapur,
I was, in my 20s. I was young,
I was in my 20s, I was young,
and I was used to walking in the fields.
and I was used to walking in the field.
Between the fields, there's a small aisle,
Between the fields, there's a small aisle,
and small, like a raised row. And
very, very small.
and you could, and they like a foot to 18 inches wide.
It would be about a foot to 18 inches wide.
So one could walk on it,
So one could walk on it,
and I know how to walk on those aisleways.
and I knew how to walk on those aisleways.
Sometimes you might say, oh, Jayapataka, he knows how to traverse these highways.
So Prabhupada would say, Jayapataka, he knows how to traverse these highways.
So they're not highways.
You know, they're not highways.
like that, he might just throw in a sentence here or there,
Like that, he may just throw in a sentence here and there,
which is a bit humorous.
which is a bit humorous.
But then he would say, "Oh, does anyone have a question?
But then he would say, "Oh, does anyone have a question?"
Take apart like the people you reach to,
Take apart like the people you preach to,
the atheists or the non-believers or
the atheists or the non-believers, someone,
and then give me the argument and I'll respond."
and then give me the argument, and then I'll respond.
So, in between, there may be some slight little, to break one thing to the next.
In between, there might be a slight thing to break one thing to the next,
But mostly it was pretty much business,
but mostly it was pretty much business,
our business,
our business,
preaching.
preaching.
I was thinking how
And I was thinking how
in Vrindavan, a few days before I left,
in Vrindavan, a few days before he left,
and he said he wanted to do the Govardhan Parikrama,
when he said he wanted to do the Govardhan Parikrama,
and the doctor said that he'll leave his body if he does.
and the doctor said that he'll leave his body if he does.
And some devotees, they were saying he shouldn't go
And some devotees, they were saying, "You shouldn't go,
because he seems to be getting better with the medicine.
because he seemed to be getting better with the medicine."
And he asked Lokanath Swami,
And he asked Loknath
"Will
Swami,
you take me?"
"Will you take me?"
And Lokanath Swami said, "Yes."
And Loknath Swami said, "Yes."
And the others said, "No, Prabhupada, don't go."
The others said, "No, no, Prabhupada, don't go."
And Prabhupada said, "I'm a preacher.
And Prabhupada said, "I'm a preacher.
Isn't it glorious I leave preaching
Isn't it glorious if I leave preaching
rather than laying on this bed?"
rather than laying on this bed?"
I think, at the time I was on the party that didn't want Prabhupada to go.
So I was thinking that at the time I was on the party that didn't want Prabhupada to go,
Because we wanted Prabhupada to stay
because we wanted Prabhupada to stay
in this world
in this world
for a longer time.
for a longer time.
But how Prabhupada was saying, "I'm a preacher,"
But how Prabhupada was saying, "I'm a preacher."
isn't it glorious I leave preaching?
Isn't it glorious if I leave preaching?
It's such a profound statement.
It's such a profound statement.
That was very moving.
That was very moving.
At the time,
At the time,
it was very frightening.
it was very frightening.
And I don't know if I'd have a different opinion now,
And I don't know if I would have a different opinion now.
but I was just appreciating how
But I was just appreciating how
Srila Prabhupada identified himself
Srila Prabhupada identified himself
as a Goshtyanandi.
as a Goshtyanandi.
There's the Vajranandis
There's the Bhajananandis
who want their personal liberation,
who want their personal
their
liberation,
personal salvation,
their personal salvation,
or their personal enlightenment.
or their personal enlightenment.
And there's the Goshtyanandis.
And there's the Goshtyanandis.
They want to see the number of devotees increase.
They want to see the number of devotees increase.
They want to go back with many devotees.
They want to go back with many devotees.
So, Prabhupada would say that
So Prabhupada would say that
our line is Goshtyanandi.
our line is Goshtyanandi.
And Prabhupada, he was a true Goshtyanandi.
And Prabhupada, he was a true Goshtyanandi. This is from Harishori Prabhu's diary. Prabhupada told Jayapataka to locate a work he had done in the late 1940s in Bengali called Bhagavanir Kotha. He had written it as a series of articles for the Gaudiya newspaper produced by the Devanand Gaudiya Mutt. Unpretentiously, he said, they were so popular that the report was that the readers of Gaudiya were only hankering after that Bhagavanir Katha. After reading that, they will throw away. Other articles, they were not interested. So always your writing, people were attracted by, Jayapataka Swami said appreciatively. Yes, that is a fact, Prabhupada said modestly. Even my teachers were attracted in school days. In my matriculation class, I wrote some essay and I got out of 100, 85 marks. But the teacher came to the class. Who has written this? So I stood up and he thanked me. Yes, it is very nice. He especially came to thank me for that essay.
You located Bhagavanir Katha, Prabhupada's articles in Gaudiya Patrika.
I think at the time,
I think at the time,
I asked someone else to look at it.
I asked so much to look for it.
No, I asked someone else
I asked someone else to look for it
because they are proficient at reading the Bengali.
because they were proficient at reading the Bengali.
Bhakti Swami,
Bhakti Charu Swami,
he found one article
he found one article
in the Gaudiya,
in the Gaudiya,
and it said that the president of the Gaudiya was
and it said that the president of the Gaudiya Mutt,
of the Gaudiya magazine
of the Gaudiya magazine,
was A.C. Bhakti, was A.C. Abhayacharya
it was Abhay Charanaravindra,
I forget, Das Bodhacharya.
Das Bonachari.
At that time, probably was a manifesto.
At that time, Prabhupada was a Vanaprastha.
So that's where we found the books on the
So that's where we found the books
Alhat.
on the Namahat.
So I'm trying to remember the I should have now. Right on the, I'll have to look now. I didn't complete all those. There's many others. There's one other.
I didn't complete all the orders, there are many orders.
I don't remember what this is.
You asked Prabhupada about installing Haridas Thakur deity in Haridaspur and the other Gaurnitai deities. So, what was the reply you got from Prabhupada? It's like Radha Krishna deity, Gaurnitai deity, and Haridas Thakur deity. You requested Prabhupada when he was in Vrindavan. Which are the deities to be installed in Haridaspur?
And he said,
No, no reply. Not in the record.
I think he replied,
I think he replied,
Radha Krishna, Nitai Gaur,
Radha Krishna Nitai Gaur
and Haridas Thakur, okay.
and Haridas Thakur, okay.
And now we have Haridas Thakur
And now we have Haridas Thakur
at the place of his japa.
at the place of his japa.
He would chant 300,000 names a day.
He would chant 300,000 names a day.
We chant 25,000 names a day.
We chant 25,000 names a day.
That's 16 rounds.
That's 16 rounds.
So he would chant 12 times that.
So he would chant 12 times that.
So when we chant in 1 month,
What we chant in 1 month,
when we chant, he chanted in, what we chant in 1 year,
what we chant in 1 year,
he would chant in 1 month,
he would chant in 1 month.
right? And he chanted a lot more than we do.
Anyway, he would chant a
12
lot more than we
12
do.
times.
12 times more.
And we also have Radha Krishna and Nitai Gaur.
And we also have Radha Krishna and Nitai Gaur.
And the whole city,
And the whole city,
village,
the whole village,
is named after Haridas Thakur.
is named after Haridas Thakur.
The village name was Haridaspur.
The village name was Haridaspur.
The high school is Haridas Thakur High School.
The high school is Haridas Thakur High School.
Everything Haridas.
Everything Haridas.
When you leave India,
When you leave India
go to Bangladesh,
and go to Bangladesh,
then the stamp is
the stamp is
Haridaspur.
Haridaspur. So Prabhupada,
He said that we should make this village Krishna conscious.
he said that we should make this village Krishna conscious.
I don't know if he did that fully.
I don't know if we did that fully.
Write that down. Another thing. We have a temple there.
We have a temple
We
there.
did some festivals.
We did some festivals.
We still do some festivals.
We still do some festivals.
We should also, we should do more.
But we should do more.
Guru Maharaj, during Prabhupada's time, Jayananda Prabhu left his body. So, you had a very close association with Jayananda Prabhu. So, what were your mood there in Mayapur during his disappearance?
What was the question?
How you were celebrating that his disappearance in Mayapur in those days, in 70s?
Well, Prabhupada said that
Well, Prabhupada said that
he went back to Godhead
he went back to Godhead
and that he was a saint.
and that he was a saint.
So his name is on the calendar,
So his name was on the calendar,
and of course he was the first person
and he was the,
engage me,
he was the first person to teach me, to engage me,
and he also shaved me up,
and he also shaved me up,
and I helped to build the Rath Yatra cart,
and I helped to build the Rath Yatra car,
and I pulled the Rath Yatra on the day of the Rath Yatra.
and I pulled the Rath on the day of the Rath Yatra.
So, but he had so many helpers,
But he had so many helpers,
and I was just a bhakta at that time.
and I was just a bhakta at that time.
But later,
I
I heard that he asked something about, or Prabhupada had something about me
heard that Prabhupada asked something about me
to him,
to him,
but I wasn't there.
but I wasn't there.
So, I'd like to know what he said.
So I'd like to know what he said.
When I went to Los Angeles,
When I went to Los Angeles,
we also did some service together.
we also did some service together.
But that was for a week or two.
But that was for a week or two.
Jayananda was a very positive person.
Jayananda was a great,
He was a very positive person.
he was a very positive person.
And he was very surrendered.
and he was very surrendered.
So although he was an engineer,
Although he was an engineer,
he would do anything for Prabhupada.
he would do anything for Prabhupada.
He invented the telescopic rods.
He invented the telescopic rods,
And therefore they could go under the cable lines
and therefore they could go under the cable lines
in San Francisco
in San Francisco
and then rise up
and then rise up
on the other side
on the other side
to their full height.
to their full height.
So this was useful in the western cities
So this was useful in the western cities
all over the world,
all over the world,
because few cities are made like Jagannath Puri.
because a few cities
Are made like Jagannath Puri,
are made like Jagannath Puri,
where they don't allow any wires to cross the road
where they don't allow any wires to cross the road
of the Rath Yatra.
of the Rath Yatra.
So on his day of we would say some homages,
So on his day, we would say some homages,
and those devotees, some had longer association.
and those devotees, some had longer association.
He said,
He said,
"There's nectar, come with me, nectar.
there's nectar, nectar.
Come with me."
Come with me, there's nectar.
And so everybody ran.
So everybody ran.
And they saw the kitchen was a mess.
And then they saw the kitchen was a mess.
He said, "Nectar, cleaning the kitchen."
He said, nectar, cleaning the kitchen.
But he said, at the end, I'll give you all gulab jamun.
At the end, I'll give you all gulab jamuns.
So then he would get everyone to clean the kitchen.
So then he would get everyone to clean the kitchen.
At the end, he gave them gulab jamuns.
At the end, he'd give out gulab jamuns. This is dated August 21st, 1976 in Hyderabad from Harishori Prabhu's diary. Jayapataka Swami had a final darshan of His Divine Grace this evening before departing back to Calcutta. Along with Gargamuni Maharaj, he heard from Srila Prabhupada of the proactive stance he is taking against all the false propaganda. Prabhupada informed them of a letter he is writing to Mr. Channa Reddy, one of the state governors. I'm writing one letter to the governor that I work hard, I print books, and they are selling. And if I bring the money to construct a temple, why people are envious? What is wrong there? Rather, I should be encouraged that I am bringing so much money in India, foreign exchange, by my very, very hard labor. So why they are envious? Gargamuni Maharaj said he felt it was difficult for them to believe that a sadhu could possess so much money from selling books. That may be beyond their dream, Prabhupada said, but I am not so-called sadhu. I am trying to execute the orders of my Guru Maharaj, predecessor. I am not a so-called sadhu taking a saffron robe, begging for fulfilling the belly. They have to accept you as an international leader, Gargamuni said. I must be an international leader, Prabhupada agreed, as a matter of fact, adding that such huge sales of a single person's books, especially philosophical and religious works, was unique in history. He laughed and said that the public generally considered such literature untouchable. Thus, his feat is even more remarkable. Observing that the Mayavadi Vivekananda produced only one small booklet, thus spake, and that two of his own leading godbrothers, Bon and Tirtha Maharajas, have not been able to produce any substantial literature, Prabhupada said they were chalas, bluffers, who make a show but have no real assets. What is that? Bon Maharajas, Institute for Indian Culture and Philosophy. But where's your book? He was sharply critical of Tirtha Maharaj for using a picture of himself in his book with an effulgence around his head. Gargamuni said that in all the temples Tirtha manages, all the acharyas' pictures are displayed, but only his picture has an effulgence. Prabhupada was quite disgusted. Such a rascal! He has given Prabhupada's picture no effulgence, his picture effulgence. He's such a rascal. Publicly he's showing. Jayapataka humorously noted that his effulgence had to be painted on. He could not show it by natural means. Prabhupada shook his head. Could not illuminate, remain in darkness. Effulgence in darkness. And such a shameless man. He is giving effulgence in the picture.
The false propaganda about his book sales and how he is holding lot of money, the sadhu.
Some members of the Communist Party
Some members of the Commonwealth Party, Communist Party,
they raised even in Parliament a question.
they raised even in Parliament a question.
So they were envious that so much money was coming in,
So they were envious that so much money was coming in,
that they thought that this is all funded by the CIA.
They thought this was all funded by the CIA.
What does the CIA have to do with spreading God consciousness?
But what does the CIA have anything to do with spreading God consciousness?
We wish.
We wish.
But so like one newspaper said we had missiles in our lake.
So one newspaper said that we had missiles in our lake.
So we took a defamation case out against the editor.
So we took a defamation case off against that editor.
Show the missiles.
Show the missiles.
Since there are no missiles in our lake,
And since there are no missiles in our lake,
if they please, I'll take it back.
they pleaded, please forgive us, we'll take it back.
Yeah, otherwise you have to spend 2 years in jail.
Because otherwise they would have to spend 2 years in jail.
I said, take it back or consider.
And to take it back,
I said, take it back or consider.
I said, take it back, we'll consider.
So, like this,
Like this.
Prabhupada, what he said was true.
Prabhupada, what he said was true.
They couldn't believe that how
They couldn't believe that how
a sadhu got so much money
a sadhu got so much money
selling books.
selling books.
But his books are different.
But his books are different.
They're very special.
They're very special.
And those who read the books,
And those who read the books,
their lives change.
their lives change.
So this was hard for the communists and atheists to believe.
So this was hard for the communists and atheists to believe.
But it's true.
But it's true.
So what was the question?
False propaganda. What was the false propaganda done by the communists?
Oh, that's the same. And it's the CIA.
They would just say, oh, they're connected to the CIA,
How they have so much money.
how we have so much money.
Such entire politicize our studying of Sankirtan Yoga.
They tried to criticize our spreading of Sankirtan Yoga.
That was a phase.
That was a phase.
Now that in India, many Indians, mostly Indians are no devotees,
Now that in India mostly Indians are new devotees,
they become quiet.
they become quiet.
And in the beginning,
In the beginning,
Prabhupada brought foreign devotees over.
Prabhupada brought foreign devotees over,
That created a big hit.
and that created a big hit.
People like to see the foreign devotees
People
practicing Bhakti Yoga.
People like to see the foreign devotees practicing Bhakti Yoga.
But that some people wanted to criticize that
But then some people wanted to criticize that
because they saw that as an unfair competition.
because they saw that as an unfair competition.
They couldn't defeat it. They couldn't compete it.
They couldn't defeat it, they couldn't compete it.
No, they couldn't compete.
They couldn't compete,
They tried to defeat by false propaganda.
so they tried to defeat by false propaganda.
So that Prabhupada said, listen,
So then Prabhupada said, listen,
they should thank me. They should be appreciative.
they should thank me, they should be appreciative.
So like this, when they ask you, what's your goal?
So like this, when they asked him, what's your goal?
He said to change the way that people think.
He said to change the way the people think.
That's maybe the hardest goal.
That's maybe the hardest goal.
To change the way that people think.
To change the way the people think.
So like Diego, he said what to do in Colombia.
So like Diego said, what to do in Colombia.
People are resisting, they're not interested.
People are resistant, they're not interested.
So these books are meant to change the way people think.
So these books are meant to change the way people think.
I have a family they're all disciples.
I have a family, they're all disciples.
Except the father.
Except the father.
He was dead against.
He was dead against.
And always criticized.
And always criticizing.
But his wife, daughter, son, everybody else initiated.
But his wife, daughter, son, everyone else is initiated.
Then one day,
the
doctor said, you have cancer.
The doctor said, you have cancer.
And the cancer is in an advanced stage.
And the cancer is in an advanced stage.
You never came in for a checkup before.
You never came in for a checkup before.
You have a short time to live.
You have a short time to live.
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing we can do.
So he was in his bed in the home.
So he was in his bed at home.
And then some people came.
And then some people came.
And subtle people. With hairy bodies.
And
leather ropes.
And fangs.
Horns. And they came up.
They came up.
He said, no.
And he said, no.
Not me.
Not me.
And then somehow they left him.
And then somehow they left him.
He called his wife.
Bring me beads.
Bring me a Bhagavad Gita.
Bring me a Bhagavad Gita.
And overnight he changed. I want japa.
And overnight he changed. I want japa.
And
he started reading.
Who are these friends who came to visit him?
Who are these friends who came and visited him?
Who would think that might be Yamadutas?
Who would think they might be Yamadutas?
Messenger of the God of death.
The messengers of the God of death. But somehow,
they had a very strong impact.
They had a very strong impact.
And the person changed overnight. One second to the next.
1 second to the next.
And neck beads, tilak.
And he had neck beads, tilak.
Reading
Bhagavad Gita. Chanting japa.
He was scared out of his skin. So, I also understand one devotee told me.
Also, one devotee told me.
Some years ago.
some years ago.
he was dead against.
He was dead against.
He thought, this is not for me. I'm a rich Indian.
He thought, this is not for me. I'm a rich Indian.
I don't need religion.
I don't need religion.
Religion is for those that poor people don't have anything else to do.
Religion is for those poor people who don't have anything else to do.
And then suddenly he got a disease.
And then suddenly he got a disease.
His father got also disease.
His father also got a disease.
He was on the bed.
He was on the bed.
Father in the bed.
Father in the bed.
His wife by his side crying.
His wife by his side crying.
And he realized, I'm nowhere.
I'm nowhere.
I got no one. I'm alone in this universe.
I have no one. I'm alone in this universe.
Anytime I can die.
Anytime I can die.
Life is just nothing.
Life is just nothing.
And then overnight he changed.
And then overnight he changed.
And he started reading the Bhagavad Gita as it is.
And he started reading Bhagavad Gita as it is.
So, Prabhupada was saying that 1/10 of 1% are Krishna conscious.
Prabhupada was saying if 1/10 or 1% is Krishna conscious,
They can change the whole world.
they can change the whole world.
So we don't have to make 100%, just 1/10 of a percent.
So we don't have to make 100%, just 1/10 of a percent.
Any questions from the internet? Oh?
Bandhu Madhav Das.
Please share your first experience in your with Srila Prabhupada, especially your first morning walk.
Saying, Guru Maharaj, please share your first experience on your first morning walk with Srila Prabhupada.
I was walking with Prabhupada in Montreal.
I was walking with Prabhupada in Montreal.
Prabhupada, he was, very spontaneous.
Prabhupada, he was very spontaneous
And always learning things.
and always learning things,
Sometimes teaching.
sometimes teaching.
So, he was telling the people, the devotees,
He was telling the people, the devotees,
how the Indian saying was that the Indian saying
how the Indian saying was
that if you ask
that if you ask
a healthy person
a healthy person
where he does his shopping,
where he does his shopping,
then he can also be healthy.
then you could also be healthy.
Then a taxi pulled up,
Then a taxi pulled up,
and the taxi driver got out.
and the taxi driver got out.
He gave the luggage to his ride
He gave the luggage to his
passenger,
passenger,
and he was very healthy.
and he was very healthy.
So Prabhupada said, go and ask him where does he do his shopping.
And Prabhupada said, go and ask him where he does his shopping.
And so someone went up and asked him, where do you do your shopping?
So someone went up and asked, where do you do your shopping?
In Montreal, everybody does shopping in supermarkets.
In Montreal, everyone does their shopping in supermarkets.
So I told the name of the supermarket.
So he told the name of the supermarket.
I like it. Prabhupada would be very spontaneous.
So like that, Prabhupada would be very spontaneous.
I went to, Prabhupada was invited by the Indian delegation to the World Fair.
Prabhupada was invited to the Indian delegation to the World Prayer.
By the Indian delegation to the World Fair.
By the Indian delegation to the World Prayer.
So he went to the World Fair.
So he went to the World Fair.
And I was one of the devotees who came with them.
And I was one of the devotees who came with them.
There were like, I don't know, half a dozen of us.
There were like half a dozen of us.
We're all shaved up,
We were all shaved up,
wearing saffron,
wearing saffron,
brahmacharis,
brahmacharis,
and Prabhupada, an elder Indian,
And Prabhupada,
an elder Indian.
an elder Indian,
So they gave the management of the World Fair,
the management of the World Fair,
gave some tour guide
gave some tour guide
to take us to the Indian pavilion.
to take us to the Indian pavilion.
So we were on a monorail,
So we were on a monorail,
which was in those days a big thing.
which was in those days a big thing.
So a lady,
So the lady,
she didn't really know what to say.
she didn't really know what to say.
We all looked like we came from some other planet.
We all looked like we came from some other planet.
And she was sitting with her. In those days, the ladies would wear the hair all
And
done up.
she was sitting there, and in those days, the ladies would wear their hair all done up.
What do they call that? Permanent.
What do you call it? Permanent.
And so she was like uptight. She didn't know what to say.
So she was like uptight. She didn't know what to say.
Brahmacharis didn't know what to say.
They didn't know what.
Brahmacharis didn't know what to say.
Brahmacharis didn't know what to say.
And Prabhupada, he broke the ice.
And Prabhupada, he broke the ice.
He told the lady,
He told the lady,
"Oh, you have such a beautiful hairdo."
"Oh, you have such a beautiful hairdo."
Oh, she said, "Oh." And then she she melted,
And then she melted.
so then there was some talk.
So then there was some talk.
So I saw like this, Prabhupada,
So I saw like this, Prabhupada,
he was able to adapt to any situation.
he was able to adapt to any situation.
At the same time, he was
At the same time, he was
very spontaneous and learning.
very spontaneous and learning.
Like he was walking by the side of this later,
This is later. He was walking by the side of
a golf course.
a
Golf course.
golf course.
And he asked, "What's this?"
And he asked, "What's this?"
And someone said, "This golf."
And someone said, "This is golf."
"What's golf?"
What's golf?
And so then, let's see. They had a ball,
So they have a ball,
and they hit it with a club,
and they hit it with a club,
and a few hundred meters away.
and a few hundred meters away.
And how many times you have to hit the ball?
And how many times you have to get the ball,
Hit the ball,
hit the ball,
get it into a hole.
and get it into a hole?
Just see, they'll do anything,
Just see, they do anything,
Prabhupada said,
Prabhupada said,
to waste the valuable human life.
to waste the valuable human life.
And recently, just a few days ago,
And then just a few days ago,
the Obama, president of the USA, was playing golf with the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Obama, the president of the USA, was playing golf with the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
And there was that time 5 states in Malaysia were flooded.
And at that time, 5 states in Malaysia were flooded.
So someone on Facebook said,
So someone on Facebook said,
"Please, Prime Minister of Malaysia,
"Please, Prime Minister of Malaysia,
come back home.
come back home.
We're flooded."
We're flooded."
So I left the golf course, came home.
So he left the golf course and came home.
But people, if you think that way,
If you think that way,
golf and so many sports,
golf and so many sports,
simply pastime,
simply pastime,
waste time.
waste of time.
Any other questions? Shravani from UK.
Chudamani Mataji asking, in morning walk in Mayapur in 1976, February 27, there was a discussion re-advertising planetarium all over the world and have a model of the temple in every temple of the world. Can you share this plan, how it is being implemented now?
At the time, Prabhupada wanted he had approved of a particular design.
Prabhupada had approved a particular design.
And so he wanted that model to be in every major temple,
and so he wanted that model to be in every major temple,
and a picture
and a picture
of the artist's impression,
of the artist's impression,
and this way advertise.
And in this way advertise.
That's a good point.
But that's a good point.
I don't know how it missed the TOVP.
I don't know how it missed the TOVP.
I don't think they have a model in any temple of the world.
But I don't think they have a model in any temple of the world.
And
not even in Mayapur. They have one in the office.
Maharaj said they have one in the office.
Maharaj said they have one in the office.
If you go to the TOVP office, you see it.
If you go to the TOVP office, you see it.
So I'll mention it to Radha Jivan and Braj Vilas.
So I'll mention it to Radha Jivan and Braj Vilas.
Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thank you all.
How many people here? Any questions? Any questions about Prabhupada?
Any questions on Prabhupada? Aparna from Karnataka, Udupi. Bandhu Madhav Das from Bangalore. Chudamani from the Manor. Devaki Roop from Italy. Jai Raseshwari Devidasi from Toronto. Kalindi Gopi Kantapriya Devidasi from Central and from USA. Kamalakshi Radhika Devidasi from USA, Atlanta. Leela Vilasini Devidasi from Italy. Madhu Pai from Dubai. Sarvajay Madhav Das from Dallas. Shashimukhi Radha Devidasi from Kuala Lumpur. Shamrasik.
How many from Colombia?
From Colombia. And this is Subhadatri Devidasi from Kuala Lumpur. Sulakshana Gopi Devidasi from Bangalore. And Vrindavan Leela Devidasi from Los Angeles.
Vrindavan Leela, send me your email. I want some Sankirtan stories.
Vrindavan Leela, send me your email. I want some Sankirtan stories. Srila Prabhupada.
Send me your phone number also.
Send me your phone number also.
I'll call you up.
I'll call you up.
What time is good to call you?
What time is good to call you?
We miss you here in New Dwarka.
We miss you here in New Dwarka.
I too.
I too.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,